welcome back. It's Motor Trend Radio. I'm guest hosting for Something Coming, January 1. Big news at Motor Trend Radio. I'm lucky enough to be the guy who gets to host Motor Trend Radio right now. I'm Dennis Pittsenbarger from Hot Rod Magazine Live. You can check out all this stuff coming up and the world I live in. But I'm lucky enough to have met one of the craziest, nuttiest, over-the-top guys in the world when I went down to El Segundo to the HQ for Hot Rod and so many other great titles that are under the Source Interlink brand. And that man is Bill Goldberg. Welcome to the program.
You know, it's always a pleasure to be here. You know, I am disappointed and a little bit surprised that you're not standing out in your bikini at any of these displays signing autographs. Hey, it's always good to see you.
It is. You know what the difference is between seeing you this time, there it is, and the last time I saw you, I read your book.
Oh, my God.
I sat down and read your book. You gave it to me. You said, "You're next." That book was really emotional to me because I don't think people understand. They see you as this larger-than-life character. And remind me isn't the name of the book You're Next?
It's actually I'm Next.
I'm Next. I'm sorry.
You wrote You're Next to
America's
most unlikely superhero. So I like the back cover, actually, with me with the yarmulke on.
That's a little bit interesting. But I think people, when they realize that you're such this larger-than-life character, you're this a real true car guy on top of it. I want to talk about everything from the lawman and why you won't let me, get that dead slug out of it. You told me. I go, we'll get that in a second. But, the thing is, people don't realize that there's so many levels to you, man. I mean, you're a deep soul, brother.
It's all good, man. I've reinvented the word reinvention. At the end of the day, I'm no different than anybody else. I'm a car guy. I'm a guy with a heart. I'm a guy that likes to help the military as much as humanly possible. I'm a guy that likes to pass positive things down from the car culture to the next generation. I'm just having a great time now, man. I've done a lot of things, but what I'm currently doing in my life, as it revolves around this car hobby, is really on top of it, man. It's awesome.
And we do our part with Patriot Outreach. I mean, it's they have a great way to get together. It's patriotoutreach.org because it's a stressful situation these soldiers go through, and they need to be appropriately dealt with if they have something that they want to get off their chest or to make sure they feel good inside, because it's an honor for them to come back and for us to shake their hands.
Oh, no question, man. And whether it be me being the owner of the Lawman and being a part of Ford Operation Drive 1, during 2010, we went to 10 bases. I was able to take the Lawman, to a lot of the VAs and kind of replicate what was done with it back in the day. And I gotta say, the ability to go out to these bases and shake the hands of these fine young men and women who fight for our freedom, as an American, man, it's unbelievable. It's so cool.
Now I love that. You gotta love that.
I paid him.
I just paying him to walk around behind. I don't know who that guy is. He's just standing back here. Is that one of your entourage?
Yeah. Team Goldberg member.
There you go. We're talking to Bill Goldberg on Motor Trend Radio. Now, let's get down to the car stuff, man. I mean, it's the Lawman, it's candy, it's all these things that you got going around you. We were lucky enough to be part of Garage Mahaul. That's going on with you. I mean, where do we go? It's a multi-pronged approach.
Anywhere you want, man. Anywhere you want. I'm just the true American muscle car fan. That Candy-Matic that we had down there at the shoot for Garage Mahaul, was pretty sweet for me. A factory aluminum lightweight, push button, automatic. I mean, that for me, the old typewriter, that explains it all. It's really cool, man, and it's just great to be able to get in a machine like that I own and be able to drive it anytime you want. I mean, it's so cool. It brings back great memories of my childhood.
Your neighbors hate you, don't they?
I really don't care. I don't care. That Z28 Trans Am car that I got, either that or the Lawman and firing that thing up, man. That's why I got 35 acres in Southern California, man. So I got that buffer.
Yeah, no matter whether they take it away for four-wheelers, I'm coming to your house to goof off.
The open invitation.
I want to talk about you being on a racetrack. Little story going on there. We've met each other. You came up. You put me in a full Nelson. You smashed my head in the ground. I wake up a couple minutes later, and I go, well, there's my friend Bill. But
payback.
Yeah, like I did something like that to you.
Exactly.
Talk a little bit about the experience on the racetrack.
Like I said, I've done a lot of things associated with automobiles, whether it be Grand Marshal and NASCAR races or the Toyota Long Beach Grand Prix, whatever it is. But I, years ago, was wrestling in Japan, and I got the opportunity to purchase Gary Bennett's 70 Z28 Trans Am car. A guy named Ron Kirby raced it from 70 on, And very long story short, I've never driven the car, never gotten the opportunity. Well, I was called upon to be the Grand Marshal of the Coronado Speed Festival. And they gave me the opportunity to take the car out on the 1.7-mile road course. And, well, road course, you know, the cones at a airfield, basically. So, but I was not going to pass up that opportunity.
Oh, heck no.
But you know, I'm Goldberg, and I'm the honorary Grand Marshal, so I can't go out there and stall this car. So I'd never driven the car, so what I did was the day before, I took the car from my garage to my house, nearly 50 to 60 times. And I figured, you know, if I can do that with the clutch in this car, I can drive on any track. And I got the opportunity to go out, and I am telling you, I videoed it. It was one of the coolest experiences of my life.
And I completely understand what you're talking about. I've been fortunate to do a lot of little racing tidbits here and there. I remember the first time I jumped in a West car. And here's this Jericho with this very ominous feeling clutch, and you know you watch the guys come out of the pits in NASCAR, and they're burning rubber, and they make it look easy. And I did it. I just stalled the thing.
It's
done.
in or out.
Yeah, there's there's this much play in it. Now you're obviously a star on so many levels. TV shows coming up. A lot of surrounding that.
You know, Garage Mahaul, man. Currently it's my big project. I'm out here at SEMA for Optima doing the Optima Ultimate Streetcar Challenge tomorrow, which is one of the coolest events I've ever been associated with.
I have to ask the CEO if I can get out of doing all the work that's surrounded SEMA. I mean, we got a lot of work to do after this thing's over. I wonder if he'll just let me go goof off with you.
I think, you know, to be perfectly honest with you, the definition of what I'm having to do tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. would not be classified as goofing off. So I don't know if you want to come do that with me, but coming out and being a spectator, man, it dispels the rumor and the disbelief that people think that the SEMA cars, 90% of them are wheeled in and wheeled out. They're not drivable. This time, you got hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of cars out there, and they're going to pound the pavement on Saturday in Pahrump. It's going to be awe-inspiring. I can't wait.
Now, I'm up. And I think it's special for these cars to be made note of, that you have to drive it. Don't build it. Don't make a garage queen. You're a perfect example of that.
You have to drive it from here to Pahrump before the event even starts. So.
Yeah. I've been lucky to be a part of things. Obviously, I'm guest hosting for big things coming from Motor Trend Radio. I'm from Hot Rod Magazine Live.
Bigger things than you guest hosting?
Bobby, I'm nobody. The guy, you wait till the big guy comes and starts hosting the show. But I mean, you have things like Power Tour, LS Fest, Drag Week, these things where you have to drive your car. There's no trailers involved. I mean, with the editor from my magazine, he'll come over and punch you in the face if you're going to trailer that thing at LS Fest or something. I mean, you got to, Drag Week, because that's the idea, is to make these things to actually go out and use them, and that's a big deal. But speaking of cars that you should be driving, let's talk about number 5 cylinder and a little challenge you have. I walk by you, you say, I say, I want to drive the Lawman. You go, oh, number 5, the slug's dead, man. I go, buddy, we got tools, we got Craftsman, I got all the things I need. And what do you say? Well, I can't use tools.
822 miles on the original block on that car. That's why I'm a little careful with who gets behind the wheel. Pendragon actually has driven it before, and other than Pendragon, my mechanic and myself, and that's it. But you know what, man? As sure as we are sitting here in front of a live audience,
You're not going to let me.
I'll let you drive that car.
You're kidding me. You'll let me drive that car?
I'll let you drive that car.
Oh, someone back at the network, clip that and give it back to me. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. And then
they got the video on me, so I know.
I'm going to get that.
I know. It's documented.
The CEO of my company was lucky enough to let me drive his GT500 Super Snake, and I was easy on the clutch.
That's nothing
until I got it.
I got it where you could horsepower of the Super Boss.
I drove it when he wasn't looking. I destroyed the thing. No, listen, we're sitting here with Bill Goldberg. Make sure and check out what you do for all of the things for the military, including Patriot Outreach and patriotoutreach.org. I'm Dennis Pittsenbarger. I host Hot Rod Magazine Live.
And I'm Bill Goldberg.
The only guy I know that can put me in a full Nelson, and I like it. Make sure and check out everything coming up on January 1. Motor Trend Radio will be back right after this.
About a shot, that's me.